What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I seen this story this morning, and I was just floored by what I heard. But the more I looked into the story, the more sorry I felt for this individual. And what he did was messed up. And I'm going to play a video clip about it. But before that, let me just give you the brief intro of what I'm talking about. This gentleman right here is Jonathan Goldenberg. He's 37 years old. He lives in Florida. He frequents the library, a local library in his area. This man was accused of videotaping and taking pictures of an 8-year-old girl that was just sitting across from him in the library at a table. And she was just reading a book, and he was videotaping and taking a few pictures of her while she was in a skirt under the table. And it sounds really, really messed up, and it is. But let me just play this video clip, and we'll come back and talk about it. Check it out.
Alert and the arrest of a suspected video voyeur at a public library in Southwest Miami-Dade. Police say that man videotaped an 8-year-old girl as she sat enjoying her summer reading. Local 10's Christina Vasquez spoke with the suspect's father, who says his son needs help.
Police say their case begins with a very observant mother. The victim in this case is just 8 years old. Meantime, the father of the man police arrested says that his son has a neurodevelopment disorder. It is Tuesday afternoon. A mother is at Miami-Dade's Kendall Branch Library with her 8-year-old daughter when she tells investigators she spots a man taking photos of her child's dress from underneath the table. A library worker tells responding officers they know who it is because 37-year-old Jonathan Goldenberg, they say, is a frequent library visitor. Police say Jonathan told them with his cell phone he began, quote, taking a video and multiple photographs of the child. That when her mother approached him, he knew what he did was wrong and ran away, and that he, quote, immediately deleted the video and photographs from his cell phone and then contacted the library to apologize. His father, Stanley,
very sorry that anything has happened to anybody. We were trying to deal with it.
With a heavy heart,
We were trying to handle to help him to get help.
explaining why the incident is also difficult for him to hear.
My son is mentally challenged and autistic.
His father says his son is proud of his YouTube channel. There are clips of him singing, building Legos.
Now, I'm going to do a card trick for you guys.
Performing magic tricks. Police say they determined there was probable cause to effect an arrest, charging him with 2 felonies, video voyeurism on a child and tampering with physical evidence. Police telling Local 10 News that there could be additional victims. If you have any information about this case, give police a call. In Southwest Miami.
All right, guys, that was the video. Now, normally, when I cover stories like this, I go all in on them. But for some reason, well, I mean, not for some reason, this man has a lot of neurological dysfunction. And he's a YouTuber at that. Now, the reason why I bring up YouTuber, you guys already seen it. I'm not making nothing public. If they hadn't mentioned it and I knew this, I wouldn't have brought this up. But I do want to tell you something. There's a difference between somebody doing something like this that knows what they're doing and then somebody that's doing like this with a major neurological dysfunction. The reason why I say the difference, I went to his YouTube channel to look him up and see what he was about, because YouTube is all about expression. You get a sense of how people really are by watching their YouTube channel. And I'm going to be honest, you guys been with me for a while. I'm not going to throw somebody into the fire just because, you know, the majority of people want me to do that. I'm not going to do that. Am I taking up for this guy? Hell no, but he has some type of dysfunction in his mind to where he can't comprehend certain things. Now, they said in the video that he ran out the library because he knew he was wrong. He called back and apologized and all that stuff, and he did get caught. The law is the law. He gonna get what he gonna get in the justice system. But there's a few things I'm gonna point out in this that a lot of people don't think about in reference to this particular case. I'm not talking about no other case, this case. This man is 37 years old. Psychological dysfunction, right? Meaning he's awkward in public areas. But his parents at his age, they still want to get him acclimated to life without them. So they give him a little bit of freedom. Yeah, you go to the library. You can go here. As long as we know where you're at. His mind is not up with his age. And I want a lot of people to realize that. And this guy is a YouTuber under his said name. But do me a favor. Anybody watching my video, do not go over there and bother this guy. Do not go over there and bother this guy. Because this channel, even though it's 330 something subscribers, it's all he got. Now, I'm not defending the situation with him and the girl. So hear me on that. But the reason why I'm saying that is this guy is mentally disadvantaged. And in his position, one of his major prides and joys is seeing the YouTube channel. Now, it's a little bit awkward where it's not really creatable content, but it's something that keeps him sane. So I don't want you guys to go over there and mess with him. You know what I'm saying? So let me just say that right now. Another thing I noticed is the parents were embarrassed. They were. And they said, he has problems. We're trying to deal with it best we can. I don't know what type of programs they offer out there in Florida, wherever he's at, or how the parents are taking care of this. But I mean, this situation is a little bit different than just some skeevy dude that goes around and does this all the time and gets their rocks off and knows that, they have a functional mind and they don't have no type of they just have a sickness. You know what I'm saying? This guy has a bona fide mental situation. Now, the mother confronted him and all that stuff, they caught him. My other thing is, like, from the parents' perspective, I don't know how much they can do. And the reason why I say is how much they can do, his mind is not at his age. His mind is way younger than that. Now, they're getting older. And I'm sure they got worries of who's going to take care of our son when we're gone. And this is one of those things you got to pay attention to. A lot of us out there that have all our faculties, a lot of us that are all healthy, and how we take life for granted. You can't fix his problem. And I'm not saying the problem of what he did, but I mean, you can't make him well in the head because he just was born like that and he just grew like that. He can't think like we think. Now, another thing is this. The sexual side of the situation of what he did, this is how I looked at it. And I may be wrong. I'm just saying. When I was homeless in Houston, when I first got here to start on my feet, when I was homeless, there would be people in the library. A lot of times would be special needs people, or there would just be people that were just weird, but they know as human beings, they crave the social dynamic of being around others, but they're quiet because when they speak, a lot of times their vulnerabilities are exposed. I've seen people like that in the library. I've seen people that just stare at you and smile. You're like, what the fuck wrong with them? They have problems in their head. And I think this is one of those type of situations. What he did was wrong, yeah. And us of right mind are like, yo, you don't do that kind of stuff. But he ain't a right mind. And, bringing up that he's a YouTuber, if that's something that give him a safe haven and stop him from doing that shit, that's why I say don't bother him. He's feeling guilt. He knows what he did was wrong. A lot of times with a child's mind, he might not do that again. But if you go over there and bother him, it might set him off into some other type of way to get validation because he thinks people hate him, and it can drive him to do something drastic to himself, which is unnecessary. Now, a lot of time, people just can't get past what somebody did. Now, I can't get past what he did, but I mean, I don't condemn him for not being able to think and function on a mental level like you and I. You can't. You can't. A lot of us got people in our family that are slow, or whatever words you want to use without being non-offensive. If you can look past them, what they do and be more understanding, not look past it, just be more understanding. Why not him? Now, I'm going to end this video, but I'm going to say this one part. I hope his family gets him the help he needs. But I think a lot of this stuff that he's doing is curiosity, and it's the natural element of him being an adult. And what I mean by that, guys, is this. If you take a male child and a female child and put them on an island like the Blue Lagoon, they're going to figure out what the difference between the sexes are, and they'll come together. This guy right here, from what I've seen, he has a child's mind. He does. And I know they haven't had that talk with him because there's no chance of him ever getting any type of, but his body still has these, you know, he passed the pubescent stage, he's in the adult stage, his body still functions normally, but his mind doesn't. So he probably has urges and stuff, and nature takes over and he does what he does. Now, the reason why I think he did that type of stuff with the child, because he recognizes, because of his mind, his parents still treat him like a child somewhat. And so he sees all adults as authority figures. So he might have just directed his energy towards a child. That's just me. But anyway, I'm not condoning what he said. I mean, some of y'all gonna probably get mad. Who gives a shit? This is what it is. But I mean, don't go and bother this guy, please. And I hope he gets the help he needs. I just wanted to bring this awareness out. They announced it as a safety alert. He got locked up. He bonded out. Hopefully he'll learn his lesson and move on to something more constructive with his life. But I mean, part of me feels sorry for the guy, for the situation he has, but not for what he did. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.